Hey guys, Mosa here, and today I'm bringing you my Week 5 Thursday Night Football predictions between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Now, without a further ado, let's get started. Now, starting off with the Falcons injury report, we got linebacker Troy Anderson out with a knee injury, running back Jace McClellan questionable with an illness, running back Bijan Robinson with a hamstring injury, wide receiver Ray McLeod with an ankle injury, and tackle Caleb McRae with a knee injury. Now, when it comes to Robinson, McLeod, and McRae, they are all most likely going to play. When it comes to McClellan, I think he might miss this game, while we obviously know Anderson will not play at all. Now, when it comes down to it, I think that the Falcons' injury isn't really going to hinder them. They've been pretty decent, like 2-2 start, very good. And I think most of their players that are injured are either one gonna play or two not that significant. So there's not really much issue with the Falcons on the injury report. So let's move on to the offense. Now moving on to the offense of the Atlanta Falcons, starting with quarterback Kirk Cousins, running back Bijan Robinson, wide receivers Drake London, Darnell Mooney, and Ray McLeod. Tight end Kyle Pitts, left tackle Jake Matthews, left guard Matthew Bergernon, I think that's how you say it. Center Ryan Nozil, I don't know if that's how you say it. And right guard Chris Lindstrom and right tackle Caleb McRae. When it comes down to it, this offense is going to be doing a pretty decent job. It's still Kirk Cousins, so you never know. But with Bijan in that backfield, Drake London in the pass game, along with Mooney as well, and Kyle Pitts, and a decent offensive line, I think the Falcons will do all right against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Although this is the same Buccaneers team that just beat the Eagles, so you never know. In the end, I still think that it'll be a very decent game for the Atlanta Falcons offensively. Now on to the starting defense of the Atlanta Falcons. We got defensive ends Grady Jarrett and Zach Harrison, David Onyemata at nose tackle, strong side linebacker Lorenzo Carter, Matthew Judon at the weak side linebacker position, inside linebackers Caden Ellis and JD Bertrand, and we got cornerbacks Mike Hughes and AJ Terrell, along with free safety Jesse Bates and strong safety Justin Simmons. When it comes down to it, the Atlanta Falcons, honestly, their defense is going to go up against a tough Buccaneers offense, going up against Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Rashad White, and Baker Mayfield with an offensive line that Mayfield has. I think that's going to be pretty tough for both defenses. And we're most likely going to see like over 20 points for both teams. In the end, it's going to come out to an offensive shootout rather than a defensive matchup. So I don't really expect much from the Atlanta Falcons defensively. Now on to the injury report of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Starting with the players who are out for this game are Luke Godet. I don't know if that's how you say it, but he's out with a concussion. Along with defensive tackle Kalasia Cansey with a calf injury. Wide receiver Jalen McMillan with a hamstring injury. Trey Palmer, wide receiver with a concussion. And safety Antoine Winfield Jr. with a foot injury. Players who are most likely going to play consist of center Graham Barton, wide receiver Mike Evans with an ankle and knee injury each respectively. Defensive tackle Greg Gaines with an ankle injury. Defensive tackle William Golston with a knee injury. Defensive end Logan Hall with a foot injury. Wide receiver Cameron Johnson with an ankle injury. Tight end Cole Keefe with an ankle injury. Defensive tackle Vita Vea with a knee injury. And defensive tackle Tristan Wirfs with a knee injury. Now when it comes down to it, I think it's going to be a very interesting game, at least for the Buccaneers when it comes to the injuries, because they've got a few people that are out. Some big players like Trey Palmer, Antoine Winfield, Kalasia Cansey, and Luke Godek. I don't know if that's how you say it, but in the end, losing that many players, and those players specifically having others come in with injuries lingering but are able to play, that's going to hinder the Buccaneers a lot in this game. So expect a very, very, very offensive game on both sides. Now on to the starting offense of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, starting with quarterback Baker Mayfield, running back Rashad White, wide receivers Mike Edwards, Chris Godwin, and Cameron Johnson, tight end Kate Otten, left tackle Christian Wirfs, left guard Ben Betterson, center Graham Barton, right guard Cody Mock, and right tackle Justin School, who is coming in for the injured Godek. So when it comes down to it, injury to the right tackle is going to be pretty interesting to watch, especially as well. It's not really the blind side of Baker Mayfield, so it's not going to be as bad as if it was the blind side blocker. But in the end, it's still bad. You're going up against Grady Jarrett, who's probably going to be on that side pressuring Skull all day long. So in the end, it's really going to be a tough game for the offense of the Buccaneers. I expect Baker Mayfield to get sacked a few times and probably throw an interception. Now on to the starting defense of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, starting with defensive ends William Golston, Logan Hall, nose tackle Vita Vea, Joe Tryon Shoyinka, I think that's how you say it. At strong side linebacker, weak side linebacker, we got Yaya Diaby. Inside linebackers, KJ Britt and Levante David. Cornerbacks, Zion McCollum and Jamal Dean. Christian Eisen is coming in for an injured Antoine Winfield in free safety, and Jordan Whitehead coming in at strong safety. So when it comes down to it, like, the defense is going to be a little bit hindered. I don't think they're going to have a very good game, especially without Winfield in that secondary. So they're going to really suffer because of that. But it still comes down to whose offense can do better. Because I don't see the defenses really coming into play in this game. I think both defenses are going to be very hindered, mostly on Tampa Bay, but still, it's going to be a very interesting game offensively, as the defenses are just not going to be there. Even though you got some good defenders like David and Whitehead and even Golston and Ryan, Britt, all these guys. But in the end, I see this more as an offensive game for both teams. Now, I have this game concluding in favor of the Atlanta Falcons 24-20. I think the Buccaneers are going to throw one game sealing interception. That's Baker Mayfield throwing that pick. And yeah, we're not going to have a very good game for the Buccaneers. Instead, the Falcons will come up with a clutch win in the end. It's sort of like what they did against Monday night a few weeks ago against the Philadelphia Eagles. We're probably going to be seeing something like that. So I'm expecting a win for the Atlanta Falcons in this game. Now that was it for this video. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Tweet me any video ideas. Also tell me down in the comments below, who do you think will win and who do you think will lose? Tell me down in the comments below. Now, like this video if you liked it, subscribe and hit the notification if you want more videos. And I'll see you guys next time.